Tonight's headlines are brought to you in part by Coldwell Energy and McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sally Limis. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. Complaints of a long-time serving customs director spills into the courts. Also tonight, police arrest 2 alleged drug dealers. And budget talks with finance chief 2 months before the deadline. In sports, bikers head to the north side for a birthday race. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
Sipping on a delicious drink from McDonald's may have you thinking, what makes these drinks just hit different? Don't overthink it. Just enjoy it. It's more than a drink. It's a McDonald's drink.
Cool off this summer with McDonald's Minute Maid Slushies. Try the new Tropical Mango or returning favorite, Strawberry Watermelon, for a limited time.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Half a day to the WAMI and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Monday, July 25, 2022. Topping tonight's newscast, the possibly former customs director Jose Mofnes physically remains in his office. He says he's refusing to leave and is asking the court to step in. He also has made some serious allegations regarding a multi-million-dollar customs purchase, and continues to say that his removal from office is based on politics.
I did file for my TRO against Secretary of Finance. I'm just waiting now for the court's decision.
Jose Mofnes has brought his complaints to the Superior Court and has filed for a temporary restraining order that will prevent Finance Secretary David Attilik and the CNMI government from removing him from his position as Customs Director. He is also seeking a declaratory judgment and injunctive relief against the defendants. Mofnes is represented by attorney Charity Hudson and filed the lawsuit over the weekend.
Well, I just gotta do, I think, to, for what is right. It's just about the rights, This happened so fast that it caught me off guard. Now I'm confused, employee. I don't know where to go.
Mofnes is a civil service employee and says the transfer to this new position, Director of Export, Importation, and Public Outreach, is a sham, and that he wasn't given due process to respond to the sudden decision. Mofness is publicly supporting the lieutenant governor's candidacy for governor and says that hasn't sat well with the governor's chief of staff, Will Castro. Mofness says Castro has communicated several written, what he calls threats, to his niece regarding Mofness's support or lack of support for Governor Torres, and alleges that Castro said that if Mofness bleeps with my governor, I'll fire him myself. Mofness says he's brought this concern to Castro and was told, quote, "Director, I've been a winner and a loser, but I've never lost a civil service battle," unquote. The new acting customs director is Francine Nekai. Mofness says she is a close relative to Senator Vinny Sablan. Mofness's biggest allegation that he was verbally instructed by Governor Ralph Torres to purchase a $3 million X-ray machine for the division, but to, quote, "run it through the governor's brother," unquote. Mofness says he refused to participate and says he continues to weigh his legal options.
If it comes to that, then I'll probably file a lawsuit against Secretary of Finance and Governor Torres. Governor's involved in this, hands down.
We reached out to Will Castro today and he did not wish to comment at this time. Secretary of Finance David Attilig.
I'm not aware of it, and I'll make my comments when I get information on it.
Narcotics detectives unravel 2 suspected drug dealers after a series of back-to-back undercover operations. Police has arrested 42-year-old John Alipudu Joyner, who is being charged with possession and trafficking of an illegal substance. Court documents reveal that crystal meth was purchased from Joyner in 2 separate buy-walk operations at his residence in San Vicente. An eavesdropping warrant signed and authorized by the Honorable Judge Joseph Camacho initiated the investigations into the reported drug activities of Joyner back in May. Joyner sold 0.8 gross grams of meth to a cooperating source in the first buy-walk operation, and then another 0.6 gross grams in the second. The investigation then led to an arrest warrant for Joyner, which was executed by police on July 15th. Joyner appeared in court 3 days later with bail set at $25,000. Joyner was remanded back to the Department of Corrections and is scheduled for a preliminary hearing on July 27th, 10 a.m. Another suspected drug trafficker has also been arrested and is now behind bars. Mina Yu, better known as Nana, was arrested by authorities following 2 buy-bust operations. Yu sold 3 grams of crystal meth to a cooperating source back in May of this year. Yu is being charged with illegal possession and drug trafficking with bail set at $100,000. Yu is scheduled to appear back in court on August 7 for her arraignment. Lawmakers have expressed concerns on the lack of funding for retirees in the upcoming fiscal year budget. But according to Finance Chief, they were given a year to look for the funds. In the governor's revised budget proposal for fiscal year 2023, there is no funding for the 25% retirees benefits payment. Ways and Means Committee Donald Magnolia raised this concern in the last House session, pointing out they need $14 million to fill that void. But in an interview this morning with Finance Secretary David Attilig, the House of Representatives were informed months ago of the need for more revenue-generating bills to fund the retirees' benefits.
Last October, and you probably can look at your archives, I shared with the legislature that they have a full year to come up with something to help the retirees. Come up with revenue-generating bills or options for us, and to work on things so that we can not wait until the last minute.
In the past, funds from the community disaster loan were appropriated for the retirees' 25%. Public Law 20-10 then authorized the finance chief to use casino BGR funds. The casino has been shut down since the pandemic, and Attilig states they do not have the authority and resources needed to supplement the retirees' 25%.
I need the legislature's authorization Now, if the legislature gives the governor full 100% reprogramming authority, that allows me to use other resources to make sure that we get the retirees paid. And the governor and I were committed in looking for resources to ensure that retirees continue to get their 25% so that they can have a full pension. It is the governor's mission since the very beginning to ensure that we get the retirees paid their full pension. We're obligated to do so.
The legislature has 2 months to submit the final budget proposal for fiscal year 2023. The Commonwealth Utilities Corporation would like to inform the general public of a water service interruption this week. Residents of Fineciso are encouraged to be aware of an upcoming water interruption on Thursday, July 28 from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Customers will experience low water pressure to no water during the outage period. According to CUC, the project is to allow their contractor for the Fineciso Waterline Replacement Project to perform the installation of a service saddle to the existing PVC pipe. For more information, you can contact the CUC hotline at 670-236-4333. All right, coming up, the Customs Division and Biosecurity and NMC presents the graduates of the 9th cycle. Stay tuned.
All workers have the right to a safe workplace. Employers must provide a workplace that is free from recognized hazards and comply with applicable OSHA standards, including proper reporting of injuries. Training needs to be done in a language and vocabulary employees can understand, and an OSHA information poster must be displayed prominently in the workplace. Workers, you have the right to raise a safety or health concern with your employer or OSHA without being retaliated against, and request an OSHA consultation of your workplace if you believe there are unsafe or unhealthy conditions. OSHA can help. Free assistance to identify and correct hazards is available to small and medium-sized employers without citation or penalty. So look out, speak up, and stay safe. Job safety and health, it's not only good practice, it's the law. Check out OSHA.gov or call 664-3154 or 3155.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. The Division of Customs and Biosecurity under the Department of Finance gains 25 officers today. The 9th Cycle Customs and Biosecurity Academy graduates today, adding 25 men and women of the CNMI to the force. Local leaders and family members filled the Taga Hall at Road Resort for this special day. Finance Secretary David Atelig.
To our cadets, si Diyos maasi, Yulaso, then thank you for your newfound service and sacrifices ahead as you answer the call and assume this most strenuous but noble path of law enforcement in protecting our borders and beyond. Be mindful of the division's core values: vigilance, integrity, professionalism. Life is full of many challenges, and the world we live in is far from perfect. But I have the utmost faith in you.
The Academy launched in August of last year, collaborating with the Northern Marianas College to develop truly certified officers. The curriculum included academics and hands-on training, such as constitutional law, report writing for law enforcement, survival skills, firearms safety, and more. Acting NMC President Frankie Elliptico commended the graduates for not only fulfilling their academic goals for training, but for earning college credits.
Your completion of the Academy program has earned you 40 college credits. Again, that's 40 credits, which brings you more than halfway toward your AA degree. If there's any message that I can emphasize today, it's that you continue on this path to your college degree, which you can easily complete in about 2 semesters.
Emmy Oitorong is the 9th Cycle valedictorian, who also has a 4-year background in the U.S. Marines.
Amazing. I mean, the whole valedictorian part of it all, I was surprised about it. I didn't even know. But I'm very proud of myself, not only myself, but my fellow cadets. We've made it all the way till graduation day. No one fell out, no one dropped out. So I'm really happy about that.
Salutatorian Tindin Leon Guerrero says he pursued a career in customs to help him achieve further goals in joining the federal law enforcement. And there is definitely a lot of things he's learned that will help bring him there.
It would be all the customs regulations and also officer survival. I feel is very important, which is for we did active shooter. Active shooter is very important because it's we're law enforcement too, so we can respond to that if we are nearest to wherever the location is that there's an active shooter.
Governor Ralph Torres reiterated that customs officers are vital for the CNMI.
You guys are the border, whether it's airport, seaport, or mail. The more you seize those contrabands, the less it goes out to the community.
Congratulations to all the graduates. All right, folks, don't go anywhere because we have sports up next. It's okay to take a friend or parent's medication. It came from a doctor, right?
Using someone's prescription is really risky. Taking any drugs for which you have not been medically screened is not only dangerous, but taking an opioid that was not prescribed for you is also illegal. Never borrow and never share prescribed medication. Your life and your loved one's life could depend on it. Talk to your doctor about prescribed opioids. Never mix with alcohol, and remember, never borrow, never share. It only takes a little to lose a lot.
This project was supported by a grant from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation. Contents are solely the responsibility of CHCC and do not necessarily represent the official views of the CDC or the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Green sea turtles and hawksbill turtles call the Mariana Islands home. They are an important part of the marine ecosystem. They are under threat, and they are protected under CNMI law. Keep plastic out of the ocean. Keep vehicles off the beach. Use the Sea Turtle Stranding Hotline if you see poaching activities or if you see a turtle in trouble. Call 287-8537 and save a turtle.
Tonight's sports brought to you in part by Tan Holdings through the Tan Su Lin Foundation, making communities a better place to live.
Buenas sports fans.
A cycling fundraiser event occurred in the north side of the island over the weekend. More than 60 cyclists joined the second annual Race for a Cause bicycle race on Saturday morning. This event is organized by Mr. Willie Barbo, a veteran cyclist here in the CNMI with the assistance of the Saipan Unity's Lions Club volunteers.
Okay guys, get ready! Of course, get ready! We'll start! In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1...
The race course starts across the former Marianas Resort and Spa. Cyclists will then head to Bonsai Cliff, turn back, and proceed to La Fiesta Mall before proceeding to Bird Island Lookout and Suicide Cliff for the finish line. In the road bike category male division, young cyclist Renren Gaviola conquered the race by crossing the finish line first in 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 4 seconds. Followed by is Mark Isip, who is only a few seconds behind Gaviola. Coming in at third place is Fred Remilosa, who clocked in 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 46 seconds. Dr. Lily Muldoon tops the female division with a time of 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 13 seconds. Second place is J. Ann Felipe. She crossed the finish line in 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 7 seconds. 23 seconds behind Felipe is Heather Brook for third place.
Number 10.
In the mountain bike category, Leo Beishong finished first, who clocked in at 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 37 seconds. Hernan Cristobal came second place with a time of 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 3 seconds. And third place, Dan Mendiola and his time, 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 16 seconds. Barbo, who is celebrating his birthday, is very pleased with the turnout of this annual event.
Okay, this event is the second race for a cause. This is the 2 years already. This is the second year for this race for a cause. And I would like to thank all the participants and the supporters for continuing supporting this event.
He expresses his gratitude to all the participants and volunteers who made this event successful. And he also explains the objective of this fundraiser event.
And this is the advocacy of this event. Actually, this is the gift for myself, funding, raising funds to give back to the community. So I thanks all the supporters for their continuing supporting on this event.
Hey golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Goat's Gym, and today we're going to show you a Bulgarian split squat, a fantastic lower body exercise that should be a main staple in your training. Now the first thing we want to address is the rear foot placement. Now whether it's toes on or toes off, just find what's comfortable for you. The bigger issue we want to tackle is the height of the box or bench. You see, when you set up on a box or a bench that's too high, that inherently puts an aggressive stretch on the front of your hip. Oftentimes that sensation will take away from the working leg, the leg that's on the floor. And when you start to add load in this faulty position, you're bound to run into some problems, particularly if you got some mobility restrictions. So Jamila's gonna set up, she's gonna descend with control, and from there just stand tall.
And for the KSPN weather report, mostly cloudy with scattered showers and thunderstorms. North wind 5 to 8 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Northeast wind 6 to 11 miles per hour. High 85, low 76, a humidity of 79%. Tomorrow, cloudy with scattered showers and thunderstorms. West-southwest winds 5 to 9 miles per hour. High 83, low 79. The marine forecast, a tropical disturbance will make its way across the region, bringing gustier winds from variable directions at times Tuesday and Wednesday. Combined seas of 3 to 5 feet will increase by a foot or two during the passage of said disturbance as chopper seas and higher wind waves are introduced to the area. North wind 5 to 10 knots, wind waves 2 feet or less, east swell 3 to 4 feet. The sunrise will be at 5:57 a.m., high tide at 7:28 p.m., low tide at 7:53 a.m., and the sunset, you can catch that at 6:49 p.m. All right, folks, there you have it. That is your Monday edition of the news, sports, and weather here in the Marianas. We thank you so much for watching the Channel 2 News. We hope you have a good night, and we'll see you back here on Wednesday.